All right, Coach. I got a lot to talk about, but just your overall thoughts on how the game went tonight.
Um, as a coach, I knew it'd be a long game. I knew they were good enough to come out and compete early. They're picked to be one of the top teams in their league. Like basketball is basketball. At the end of the day, we tie our shoes the same way. But I just tried to find a lineup, a defensive lineup early in the year. I'm still looking for that, and I found a group that I really liked out there. They came out hot. I wasn't worried about that. I just wanted to break their rhythm. Um, we did it by switching defenses a little bit, and we also did it by subbing. And so Jamarian Anderson and he was the head of the snake on our defense at the point of attack. And he just made it hard on those guards. And then late, I felt like we could create some separation. I thought we stopped our own selves from doing that by missing free throws. And I tell them all the time, haymakers is not the way you increase leads. This is by doing the right thing, executing, not turning the ball over, making free throws, and then getting stops. And so we just got to continue to work on that, especially at the free throw line. We've been atrocious. We got to get better there, and then the game will look a little better.
Jackson State, they played out Illinois at Louisville, two nationally ranked teams. How difficult was it to get the message across to your team that this is a really good team?
You know what? It was difficult, but I think it's difficult because at the end of the day, I have so many new guys that haven't really experienced this level. We went on the road to Nevada, and it was a wake-up call, but it's still they didn't know who we were. And so I think today gave us a sense of, okay, this is who we can be. And that's what we're going to work towards. We talked about rebounding in the Nevada game where we did an awful job. And since the rebounding in the Nevada game, we put two really good rebounding games together. And if we can continue to just find out what we need to work on and continue to grow in those areas as a team as the year goes on, we can live with that.
Jackson State scored 25 points in the first 12 and a half minutes. They scored 26 in the last 27 and a half minutes. What clicked for you defensively?
Jamarian Anderson. You have to have a ability to stop the ball at the point of attack, and he was dynamic. He was a plus 21 in 22 minutes. I mean, when he was on the floor, offensively, we were kind of stagnant at times, but we started getting runouts, and they kept shooting threes. They made some early, which is the gift and the curse. So they kept shooting, which gave us runouts on the other end and easy baskets when we were struggling to score. And so we're just going to continue to fight. Find that defensive lineup that we want. I was so impressed to hold them to 51 points because I don't even think Louisville did that. I think they scored over there but we got to make free throws at the end to be able to increase that lead.
I don't think I've ever seen a stat line at halftime where you had more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds. Just talk about the team's relentlessness on the glass tonight.
I hope it was relentless. This is not terrible shooting. But we were relentless. But that's what we've been working on. We've been working on being really aggressive on the ball. We've done rebounding drills since Nevada because I think, when you have to understand how hard people play at this level, I think some of our guys didn't know. And you can't know. They're first-time guys that play at this level. People have been telling you how great you are your whole life, and then you come, and then you get punched in the mouth. And I think it was a wake-up call for us. We went to practice as coaches, trying to figure out ways to motivate them to really rebound the basketball. And I've been proud of our guys. And it's not just been our bigs. Kylan got 9 rebounds today. Avery got 9. Caden Cooper got 7. And then we got a lot of 4s and 6s and 3s across the board, which is really impressive. And so we got to keep that up and continue.
It was still a close game there for the majority of the second half, but I thought that stretch where you were able to pull away is where AJ and Caden sort of took the game over. Just speak about their performance and helping y'all build that lead.
Yeah, they took it over offensively, but it was a lot of misses turning into points. And I got to give our bigs credit for clogging the paint. I got to give Jamarian credit for guarding the ball, Avery credit for rebounding. It was just a group I found that was really good. Jalen Finner was in there mucking it up, and then we turned some of their some of their possessions into easy points on the other end. Caden and AJ were just the beneficiaries of our group defense and our team defense there.